Nam Buddhi. Welcome to Buddhism in Modern Life. Today, we'll dive into a profound topic, the concept of hell and heaven in Buddhism. Unlike many other religions, Buddhism offers a unique perspective on these realms, emphasizing their impermanence and their place within the larger cycle of samsara, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. As we begin, I encourage you to keep an open mind. Buddhist teachings are not about blind belief, but about understanding and self-reflection. So, let us explore how these realms are defined and what they mean for our lives today. In most monotheistic religions, heaven is an eternal paradise, while hell serves as either a permanent punishment, as in Christianity, or a temporary phase, as in Islam or Judaism. These ideas revolve around divine judgment, with God deciding the fate of souls based on their deeds. Buddhism, however, offers a different view. Heaven, Deva realms, and hell, Naraka realms, exist, but they are not permanent destinations. Instead, they are transitory states within samsara. Beings are reborn into these realms not by divine decree, but through the natural law of karma, the consequences of their actions. Before diving into heaven and hell, it's crucial to grasp the concept of samsara. The Buddha taught that all unenlightened beings are trapped in an endless cycle of 1. Birth, the starting point of every existence. 2. Aging and suffering, the inevitable deterioration of the body and the struggles of life. 3. Death, the conclusion of one life, which leads to another rebirth. This cycle is driven by karma. Wholesome actions lead to positive outcomes, like rebirth in heavenly realms, while unwholesome actions result in suffering, like rebirth in hellish realms. Liberation from this cycle, known as Nirvana, is the ultimate goal of Buddhist practice. Understanding heaven in Buddhism. 1. The heavenly realms. In Buddhist cosmology, there are 6 realms of existence within samsara. Among them, the Deva, heavenly, realms are the most desirable. These realms are characterized by immense pleasure, longevity, and freedom from immediate suffering. However, they are not eternal. Beings in these realms, though free from earthly struggles, are still bound by the laws of impermanence. 2. How to be born in heaven. Rebirth in heaven is determined by wholesome karma. According to the Buddha, actions that lead to a heavenly rebirth include a practicing generosity, dana, such as helping those in need, a living ethically by following the 5 precepts, including abstaining from killing, stealing, and lying, cultivating a peaceful mind through meditation and loving kindness, metta. For example, a person who devotes their life to helping others, speaks kindly, and refrains from harm may create the conditions for rebirth in a heavenly realm. 3. Impermanence of heaven. While the heavenly realms are blissful, they are not permanent. Once the karma sustaining a being's existence there is exhausted, they are reborn elsewhere. This could mean returning to a human life or even falling into a lower realm, depending on their accumulated karma. Understanding hell in Buddhism. 1. The hellish realms. Hell, or Naraka, is not a place of eternal damnation in Buddhism. Instead, it represents the suffering caused by unwholesome actions. There are multiple levels of hell, broadly categorized as hot hells, where beings endure extreme heat, symbolizing the destructive power of hatred. A cold hells, where beings suffer freezing conditions, reflecting the alienation caused by greed and insensitivity. 2 causes of hellish rebirth. Rebirth in hell is the result of significant unwholesome karma. Actions such as killing, stealing, or deceiving others out of malice can lead to such a fate. For instance, someone who engages in repeated acts of cruelty might experience the consequences of their actions in a hellish realm. 3. Redemption from hell. Importantly, no one remains in hell forever. Once the karma that led to their rebirth there is exhausted, beings are reborn in other realms. This principle reflects Buddhism's emphasis on impermanence and the potential for transformation. The Buddha did not teach about hell and heaven to instill fear or desire, but to guide people toward ethical living. The 5 precepts, basic moral guidelines for lay practitioners, form the foundation of a virtuous life. 1. Refrain from harming living beings. 2. Avoid taking what is not given. 3. Abstain from sexual misconduct. 4. Speak truthfully and kindly. 5. Avoid intoxicants that cloud the mind. By following these precepts, individuals can cultivate wholesome karma and avoid the suffering associated with unwholesome actions. Now that we've explored the foundational ideas of hell and heaven in Buddhism, it's clear that these realms are deeply interconnected with our daily actions. Unlike the fixed judgments of other traditions, Buddhist teachings highlight the impermanence of these states and the importance of personal responsibility. In the next section, we will dive deeper into the workings of karma, explore practical ways to cultivate a virtuous life, and learn how these teachings can guide us toward the ultimate goal, liberation from suffering. Stay with us as we continue this enlightening journey. As we delve deeper into Buddhist teachings, we uncover the intricate workings of karma and its profound influence on our lives and future rebirths. By understanding how karma shapes our existence, we can align our actions with the ultimate goal of Buddhism, liberation from suffering and the endless cycle of samsara. The law of karma. The word karma in Sanskrit translates to action. In Buddhism, it refers to intentional actions, thoughts, words, and deeds that generate consequences. This principle is neither a reward nor a punishment, but a natural law of cause and effect. Wholesome versus unwholesome karma. 1. Wholesome karma, kusala actions rooted in kindness, generosity, and wisdom lead to positive outcomes, such as happiness and favorable rebirths. For example, a person who donates food to the needy plants the seeds for abundance in their future lives. 2. Unwholesome karma, akusala actions driven by greed, hatred, or ignorance lead to suffering and unfavorable rebirths. For instance, someone who deceives others for personal gain may face consequences such as mistrust or hardship in future existences. While past karma influences our current circumstances, it does not predetermine our future. The Buddha emphasized the importance of present actions in shaping one's destiny. This understanding empowers individuals to make conscious, ethical choices. Practical ways to cultivate wholesome karma. 1. Practicing generosity. Dana. Generosity is one of the most powerful ways to generate wholesome karma. Acts of giving foster selflessness and create positive energy that benefits both the giver and the recipient. Example: offering food to monks during their alms rounds not only supports their spiritual practice, but also strengthens the giver's connection to the Dharma. 2. Living ethically. Following the 5 precepts helps individuals cultivate a virtuous life. For example, a refraining from harming living beings encourages compassion and fosters harmonious relationships. A speaking truthfully builds trust and reduces conflict. 3. Developing mindfulness and wisdom. Meditation practices, such as mindfulness of breathing, anapanasati, help individuals understand the impermanence of life and reduce attachment. This leads to wiser decisions and a calmer mind, laying the foundation for liberation. Beyond heaven and hell. While the concepts of heaven and hell are significant, they are not the ultimate focus of Buddhist practice. The Buddha taught that the ultimate goal is to transcend samsara and achieve nirvana. What is nirvana? Nirvana is the cessation of suffering achieved by eliminating greed, hatred, and ignorance, the 3 root causes of suffering. It is a state of profound peace and liberation from the cycle of birth and death. How to attain nirvana? The Buddha outlined the Eightfold Path as a practical guide for achieving liberation. This path is divided into 3 key areas. 1. Ethical conduct, sila, right speech, right action, and right livelihood. 2. Mental discipline, samadhi, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. 3. Wisdom, panna, right view, and right intention. By practicing the Eightfold Path, individuals gradually purify their minds and align their lives with the principles of the Dharma. To better understand these teachings, let's explore 2 timeless parables. 1. The parable of the burning house. In this story, a father tries to save his children from a burning house, but they are too distracted by their toys to leave. He uses skillful means to lure them out by promising them better toys outside. Lesson: the burning house represents samsara, and the toys symbolize our attachments to worldly pleasures. The Buddha uses teachings on heaven and hell to guide beings toward liberation. just as the Father uses promises to save his children. 2. The parable of the lotus. The Buddha likened sentient beings to lotuses growing in a muddy pond. Some remain submerged, others rise toward the surface, and a few bloom in full sunlight. Lesson: the lotus represents our potential for enlightenment. Through the practice of the Dharma, we can rise above the mud of ignorance and suffering to achieve awakening. Buddhist concepts of heaven, hell, and karma are not abstract ideas but practical guides for living a meaningful life. Here's how you can apply these teachings in daily life. 1. Reflect on consequences. Before acting, consider the potential outcomes of your actions. Ask yourself, does this bring harm or benefit to others? Does this action align with my values? 2. Cultivate compassion. Practice small acts of kindness, such as helping a neighbor or comforting a friend in need. Extend compassion to yourself by forgiving past mistakes and striving to improve. 3. Embrace mindfulness. Incorporate meditation into your routine to cultivate awareness and reduce reactivity. Practice mindful communication by listening attentively and speaking thoughtfully. The journey toward liberation is made easier with the support of a community or sangha. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can provide encouragement, accountability, and inspiration. If you're seeking a space to deepen your understanding of Buddhism, consider joining our community. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Buddhism in Modern Life, for more insights and discussions on applying Buddhist teachings to everyday life. The teachings on heaven and hell in Buddhism are not meant to frighten or entice, but to inspire mindful living. They remind us that every thought, word, and action has consequences, shaping not only this life but future lives as well. Ultimately, the Buddha's message is one of hope and empowerment. We are the architects of our destiny, and the path to liberation lies within our reach. May you walk this path with wisdom, compassion, and courage. Nam Buddhi.